If all goes well on May 6th, I'll fight you next at the O2 Arena, no problem. Those are the words of WBO heavyweight world champion Joseph Parker talking about a potential fight with Tony Bellew. There are so many heavyweights now who are scrambling for the opportunity to fight Tony Bellew. Bellew just knocked off one of the biggest names in world heavyweight boxing in David Haye. And a lot of these heavyweights now see Bellew as a soft target because of that. And perhaps they're right. I've said in several previous videos that I think Tony Bellew stands next to no chance against the likes of Joseph Parker and particularly Deontay Wilder. He did manage to beat David Haye, but it was a David Haye that was a shadow of his former self. Nothing like the David Haye, even who fought Derek Chisora, and he was injured. Taking nothing away from Bellew, that's the reality of the situation. He fought a David Haye who hadn't been in with an opponent with a pulse for 5 years. Whereas the likes of Joseph Parker and Deontay Wilder have been fighting very regularly. And particularly with Parker, he's been fighting good quality opposition, the likes of Andy Ruiz, Carlos Takam, so on and so forth. So I don't like Bellew's chances against Joseph Parker whatsoever. But Bellew is looking to cash out now. He seems as though he doesn't want to be in boxing for too much longer. So why not go for a heavyweight title? If you were in Bellew's position, you'd probably want to do it too. The heavyweight division is where the money is at. And if he's not going to get a rematch with Haye because Haye's going to be out for a long time injured, then he may be able to cash in. Joseph Parker said he's willing to go to the UK to fight Bellew at the O2, or maybe in Liverpool or wherever at Goodison Park. I'm sure it would do big pay-per-view numbers and Tony Bellew would make an absolute killing. In my view, he'd lose, but I'm sure he'd go out with a smile on his face and a very, very big fat paycheck. Let me know what you think of this in the comment section below, people. Joseph Parker saying that if he gets past Hughie Fury, if the Fury fight even goes ahead, he'd be willing to fight Tony Bellew. Do you think that's poor form on behalf of Joseph Parker, that he should pick out a legitimate heavyweight to fight? Or do you think it's reasonable for him to say, I'll fight Bellew? At the end of the day, Bellew did mention him first, I believe. And Bellew has just knocked off one of the big names at heavyweight, albeit in complex circumstances, let's just say. So perhaps you think this is a perfectly legitimate thing for Joseph Parker to do. Hughie Fury's is mandatory. So it's not like he's ducking a mandatory to try and fight Bellew. You know? Let me know what you think of it, people. And how do you think Tony Bellew would do against Joseph Parker? But perhaps you think he's got a much better chance against him than I do. Let me know. It's happening. I'm out.